Hi, I'm Matt.
Hey there, I'm Bianca.
And in this video, without sounding too much like an ad, we're going to tell you how to find sexy swingers in your area.
So keep watching.
Yes, a lot of people wonder how to actually find others that are interested in playing in their towns.
That's right.
And it's a very common question that we get from people who are new, especially if they don't live in Seattle. If they don't live in Seattle, we got a lot of answers here if you live in Seattle. However, if you don't, there are a lot of different ways that you can meet people who are interested in having sex with you. Or potentially having sex with you. I'm sorry, I'm not guaranteeing anything.
Yeah, there are no guarantees.
Yeah, no guarantees. Results not guaranteed at all. No. Unless you're a unicorn, then your odds are improved. But so there are a lot of different ways to do it. Of course, starting out, if you were in Seattle, the best way that you can find other amazing lifestyle type people is here at Club Sapphire.
That's right.
But if you're not local, you can find the club in your area. Just Google lifestyle club or swinger club near me.
That's right.
All right. And you'd be surprised. They're actually all over the place. Like, you might have lived in a town your entire life and had no idea, not only that there's a lifestyle club near you, but that there's like numerous ones. And this includes like in small towns, towns that you would think would not have anything like this at all. They're there. Now, we do also see, of course, that there are places that don't have clubs, but they will have a lot of house parties.
That's right.
If there isn't a club situation going on, you find these people and you will start to get invited to these house parties. And the house parties, of course, are great because then you meet a lot of people, you connect with a lot of people. Oftentimes there's play that happens.
Well, the nice thing about a house party, too, is sometimes you can go to a larger one or sometimes there's a smaller one. So depending on what your speed is and what you're comfortable with, you don't have to necessarily be overwhelmed with going to a huge event.
And a lot of these are just, again, being able to find them by Googling. But what's nice about lifestyle parties and events in general is that once you find one, assuming you were not creepy, assuming you were a cool person and people connected, not too shy where nobody noticed that you were there or whatever it might be, that you connect with somebody or people that they will start to invite you to other things. This is actually oftentimes what we'll tell single gentlemen who ask us often how to kind of get into this world is really, you find that first party, give a really good impression, and suddenly word of mouth will happen and you'll start to get invited to other parties. And no matter where you are in the world, even in places that, again, you wouldn't think there's anything like this at all, they're everywhere. Like there's a large percentage of the population just about anywhere in the world that is into ethical non-monogamy. You just have to find those spots.
Well, and I think, too, we're all a very social group of people, right? We want to meet as many people as we can, and we love sharing those people with other people because we just sharing is caring, right? So, we'll meet someone at the club that we think is really cool, and then we'll invite them to a party, or we'll introduce them to someone that we know is having a party, or that they might get along, that kind of stuff. So the more you network and get to meet other people, the more you'll have the opportunities to go to different events or just make new friends.
Exactly. And of course, there's also going to be online options. For example, Club Sapphire, if you become a member here by coming to the club once, they actually have a whole back end to their website that you have to be a member to get in there. And then there's conversations happening, there's events that happen, there's party conversations that happen, and people will say, hey, who's coming next Saturday? Oh, and they will connect that way and talk to each other beforehand, and so that when they actually come to the club that they've already almost met, even though they haven't met in person. And that's just a really, really good way to find other people. Of course, there are other online avenues. You have, there's a couple of big websites, SLS, SDC, Cassidy. I'll actually put the links below if you are interested in joining those ones. But they're basically online dating sites for swingers. Yeah. And they've been around forever. I mean, some of those sites have been around since the internet started. And they for a long time were the only way to really connect with people online. If you weren't interested in going to a club, if you just wanted to basically have a dating profile out there and then meet another couple with a dating profile and talk to each other online, chat, send pictures back and forth, and see if you would actually want to meet in real life. Then go out on a date, a couple of dates, and then whatever happens from there. Whether it's going to renting a hotel, shared hotel, or going back to someone's place, or hot tubs, or all the things. So that oftentimes was really the way to do it. And we still know a lot of people who do that. We definitely know more people that will say they have success because they come to clubs, because clubs they're just a much more comfortable situation. People are generally there for the same reasons. You can have a conversation with someone and actually hit it off or not.
Well, that's the thing, I think, if you're on a date, just like in the dating world, if you're on a date, you might, if you choose to go to dinner to meet a couple, you might be stuck with them for a lot longer than you want to be if there isn't that connection there, or if you have nothing to talk about once you're in person. At least at a club or a party, you can, bow out of the conversation and move on. There's more people there as like your buffer.
Exactly. Of course, travel is a good avenue as well to meet people. Lifestyle travel is becoming a pretty big industry. Huge. And we're a part of that. We travel all the time, and we love every aspect of it. And so, for example, like the big lifestyle cruises that happen, they will have thousands of people on these boats, and there will be. We actually just got off of one just a couple months ago, not even a couple months ago, that they said 45% of the people on board were brand new, and that was mind blowing. Yeah. I mean, the amount of new people that are getting into lifestyle, whether it's at clubs, and the Club Sapphire says the same thing. They say so many new people, every single party, so many new people, which is wonderful. Like, something has happened in the last couple of years where people are starting to talk about getting into ethical non-monogamy. It's amazing. And so you go on one of these cruises and you're kind of surrounded by other people that are having similar mindsets as you, whether they're also new or they've been doing it a long time. And that's also, there's a lot of resorts. There's a lot of just events that happen. Hotel takeovers. Club Sapphire does a Westport, Washington takeover three times a year, and they're always, they sell out really quickly because people have a good time with them. They're a really good way to connect with other people that are having the same mindset as you, which is wonderful.
Yep. And they do get new people that go to those as well. Yep. Like people that have never done anything else, they show up at Westport, have a great time, and then keep coming back.
And sometimes we will talk to people who will be at a resort somewhere, and it's wild. We'll be at Hedonism in Jamaica, and it's practically an orgy all the time there. And people are brand new, and they're just like, wow, I didn't know all this was going to happen, or we're just ready to go, or whatever. And we just kind of call that jumping into the deep end, because it can be overwhelming being in the lifestyle. As long as we've seen all aspects of it. But when we see a couple that's just like, well, we've never done anything before, but we're just like we want to embrace it. We've talked about it enough. We communicate really, really well, and we just want to just dive right in, and they'll just go and they'll have wild times. Yeah. Wild times. There are a lot of different ways that you can connect with others.
And I think with that is you just have to figure out what your pace is and what your comfort level is, and kind of go with what that is. If you're really comfortable in a large situation like at a club, go there. If you're really feeling like dating might be a little bit easier because it's more one-on-one or two-on-two, have that in mind. And it just... We always say the lifestyle is everybody's journey is different. And so what we do is not necessarily what works for you. So it's great that you have all these different options to choose what works for your relationship.
And one big one, and this is surprisingly a big one, and it's just grown over the last few years. You wouldn't think it would, but the biggest way that people meet each other outside of going to clubs is Facebook. Yeah. Facebook, of all things, the probably least secure website there is in existence, where people generally try not to out themselves, but people use Facebook. Yep. We have a couples account, and we've had it forever, and it's been great because there are a lot of lifestyle groups, Facebook groups, from every town, every kink, everything that you're interested in. If you're looking for a unicorn, or if you're looking for going on a trip, like we said.
Just meetup groups.
Just meetup groups locally from town to town to
Girls
town.
Groups, ladies groups.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just saw one that was like women's travel, you know, and it just only lifestyle. Or they'll be having someone saying, hey, we're going to meet at this restaurant next Saturday. Who's coming? And they'll just kind of invite people as a meet and greet. And meet and greets are just the best way to start out, where you're in a comfortable situation where there's none of the sex, none of that's happening. It's really just kind of like, meet me, see that I'm a cool person, and if we connect, let's move forward however we would move forward, taking it back or having a date or whatever it might be. So it's really just kind of getting out there is the answer to the question.
Yeah.
You need to get out there as much as you can if you want to find the people, because the people are out there.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of us, and we're all...
And we keep recruiting.
We keep recruiting. That's why we're doing these videos. Fresh meats.
Join us. We have cookies.
We have cookies. We're not creepy at all. We're not at all. And if you want to meet us, what you need to do is you need to go to www.clubsapphire.net. Check out all the amazing events that are coming up. They happen numerous times a week, all year long. There are events, we're always looking to, get sexy and dress up and flirt as much as we possibly can. And if you see us at Club Sapphire, of course, come say hi. We're friendly people.
We're not scary.
And
we're only a little creepy.
Only a little creepy. But more than anything, a good club will invite you to join others in the conversation. We pride ourselves, and Club Sapphire prides itself on, if they see a new couple who look like deer in headlights because they've never been in this situation, to kind of bring them into conversations and make them feel comfortable, because that's all that matters. Is once you feel comfortable, you start to realize, wow, these people are like super normal. Like they're just like I work with them, they'd be in my PTA, whatever.
Yeah.
Like we're all just normal people with normal jobs, normal lives, but we have this really, really cool hobby in common that includes penises and boobs and things. So
Sure.
Yes. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's it. You covered it all.
Thank you so much for watching. We really, really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.